The Israeli military has reinstated the ceasefire in Gaza after conducting powerful strikes that killed at least 50 people, including 22 children. Israel has accused Hamas of violating the U.S.-brokered ceasefire agreement. Gaza's civil defense agency says around 200 others were wounded in the strikes. Israel's defense forces said it targeted 30 terrorists holding command positions within the terrorist organizations operating in the Gaza Strip, adding it would continue to uphold the ceasefire agreement but respond firmly to any violation of the deal. U.S. President Donald Trump, despite the strikes, said that nothing would jeopardize ceasefire in Gaza, adding, however, that Israel will hit back if soldiers were killed by Hamas. Trump said, and I quote, "They killed an Israeli soldier, so the Israelis hit back and they should hit back." Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz accused Hamas of attacking Israeli troops in Gaza and warned that the IDF will respond with great force. While Katz did not say where the troops were attacked, Hamas says its fighters had no connection to the shooting incident in Rafah. Gaza's civil defense says that at least 3 strikes were carried out, while the territory's main Al-Shifa hospital says one of their strikes hit their backyard. The strikes followed a statement by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office saying he had ordered immediate powerful attacks. Hamas's armed wing in response said it was postponing the handover of another hostage body scheduled for Tuesday evening. The Ezzeddin al-Qassam brigades said in a statement that any Israeli escalation will hinder the search, excavation and recovery of the bodies. Meanwhile, in a televised briefing, Israeli spokesperson said that the remains handed over by Hamas on Monday belonged to Ofir Zarfati, an Israeli killed during Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack that started the war, whose body was recovered by Israeli forces in the early weeks of fighting. The Israeli military said that Hamas men had planted his remains at an excavation site before calling in the Red Cross team and pretended it had found one of the 13 hostages and created a false impression of efforts to locate the bodies.
Israel has struck targets in the Gaza Strip in a new jolt to the ceasefire with Hamas. Israel said it carried out these strikes in response to an attack on Israeli troops in southern Gaza. It also accuses Hamas of violating the ceasefire. Under that deal, Hamas has pledged to return the remains of dead hostages it's holding. Well, it turned over one set of remains to Israel. Those remains were tested. They were found to be body parts of a hostage whose body had previously been recovered. Israel says that that is a violation and that Hamas is dragging its feet. Hamas, of course, says it is committed to this deal. It accuses Israel of the violations, and it says it had nothing to do with that attack on the Israeli troops.